Okay, let's look at this chart very well and let's try to tell a story from what we can see. Watch very well. Let's start from the very left here. Price was coming down. Let me make this line thicker. Price was coming down. It held here for a while, then eventually came down. In fact, let me turn this to blue. And then thicker. Price was coming down, held here for a while, came down. Okay, this is our resistance, and we are in what? Seller's territory. Just pay attention. Price came up again, and I told you a red candle accompanied by a green candle is an indication of resistance. A green candle, like in this case, a green candle that follows a red candle is an indication of what? Support, but it depends on the time frame you are. So this was a resistance and this support. Okay, that means price came down, went up, held a little bit inside of this zone from here to here, inside of this zone. That means whatever we are looking for will be what? Sells, because we are in what? Seller's territory. We are coming down. So even if price comes up to this point, it's still known as deep retracement. And I've taught you this. I've explained the three types of retracement. So go and check your notebook or revise whatever avenue you have. I've explained the types of retracements. Okay, I even drew it on the whiteboard for you to know. Okay, now price eventually came down, made a very beautiful low. Okay, which means that this is now the resistance. Remember, this is now what? The resistance. I want to see a green candle form and this green candle form making this what? Support. But this support is not yet confirmed until we have a bearish candle coming down. Okay, or a green candle closing upwards. Okay, this is support. Why I say it's not yet confirmed, because this green candle is too small for us to conclude that it's support. It's a support candle. This would just be like, you can see clearly, if we were learning candlesticks, this is an indecision candle. Okay, price is not clear where it wants to go. But like I told you, I don't like reading all those stuff, because if price is not clear where to go, does it make any sense? Price is not clear where to go. Doesn't that mean that it's telling you that price wants to turn? No. Is it telling you that price wants to continue? No. So what do you then do? Okay. The only information you could gather from this is, if price closes like this, that indicates that you should be checking your stop loss. Maybe you trail your stop loss. But that is topic for another time. Let's concentrate on the scope, the area we are focusing on. This is now support. Price came up and took out this our resistance. Okay, took out this resistance. So far, taking from this point, so far this is how we've been going. Like this, price held, like I told you, came down, went up, came down, did a little M structure, eventually came down lower, then did what? Took out this resistance. Everything I've drawn is just this. Everything I'm explaining here is this structure I've given, to remove all the noise that you're seeing green and red. If you can see price like this, in this kind of structure, you solved yourself a lot of challenges. Now price came up, which means that it has taken this. So this particular low now, until this low is taken out, we'll be looking for what? Buys. Until this low is taken out, we'll be looking for buys. With the current market, let me rephrase. This is the low. It came up, took out the resistance that gave us something like M like this, took out this resistance. So until this low is taken out, we are looking for buy. But if price makes a new high, this low is now considered an old territory. It's no longer strong. It's just like change of government. Okay, nobody will be going to the old governor or the old president to go and get what the current president falls within the current president's right. It's not possible. I can't go to the old, you can't refer to the old governor as the governor of the state, even if he was the one who um, was there. He's no longer in power. So if you want to refer to someone as the governor of the state, this is now the current governor of the state, meaning this is the guy who is controlling the buy. So until we come below this guy, we'll be looking for, we'll remain on our buys. No longer this guy here because this is the old governor. This is the current governor. Okay. Now, if price makes another high, this governor has now become past governor. The current governor is now who? This guy here. With that being said, if I were you, I'll put this down in my notebook. Not tomorrow night, say I didn't understand what he was saying that day. I don't rush when I'm explaining things, so don't tell me you did not understand. And I don't say one thing until I'm convinced that I've passed the message across. So now I'm convinced I've passed this message across. And there's something I've always told you, that whatever I'm teaching you for the upside, do the opposite for downside. The same thing applies if we are coming down like this, which means that this is the current governor. Until we come above this guy, we'll be looking for what? Sales. If we make a new low, this now becomes the current governor. This is now the past governor, which means if price takes out this guy, I will not say until it takes out this guy, I will not take buy. No. So far it has taken out this current governor, which is the last resistance, I'll be looking for what? Buys. Because price is vehemently going to chase wherever it was coming from, which is why you hear that double top or double bottom. Price was coming down, and now price did whatever it did and is targeting the high that it broke down, this kind of high here. So this is how the process works. Now, with that being said, this is our low. Okay, with that being said, this is our low. You see, remember, until we come below this guy, we are still in buyer's territory, and which means that all you need to be looking for is what? Buys. All you need to be looking for is what? Buys. Which, what did price now do? Price went up. Now, if you were looking for sales because perhaps you did not learn this thing I'm teaching you now, let's say you entered your sell here, price would have come down but taking you out, which is the mistake most traders make. Now, this is the old governor or past governor. This is the current governor, because this is the last guy, this is the guy that ignited the move that took out this high. Remember, when you're going up, the previous resistance will tell me where the support will become the governor if it takes out the previous resistance. Again, this is now on its own move. This is considered resistance. This is considered support. If this support takes out this resistance, that makes this support the current governor. Now, this support took out not just this resistance, but this resistance, making it what? The current governor. If had just taken this resistance out and didn't take this guy out, this guy will still remain invoked because the swing started from here to here. And that is why I always told you, draw a line here and draw a line here to tell you that this is the zone. Anything inside of here, you're in buyer's territory. Again, draw a line here, draw a line here, telling you that this is the zone, you're going up. Until we come above this guy, until we come below this guy, we're in buyer's territory. So I'll be looking for buys. Again, this is the guy that took price up here. He took out not just his own resistance, but this major resistance. So what are we looking at? We'll be looking at, if this support is taken out, we'll be looking for sell. Now, you remember one thing I told you about GJ? GJ obeys market structure to the T. Some pound USD would have taken out this guy, stopped here, and giving you a tough time to ask yourself, since there is this support here, what do I do? Because this support is in this whole swing like this, and it did not take it. Let's say price, this bearish candle stopped here. What do I do? Me, I would ask myself that question, what do I do? Because I would not want to take any sells, because this support can do something funny. But because it's GJ, GJ confidently and convincingly broke down below this low to tell you that, hey, whatever you're thinking, if this was the low you were obeying, I have also taken out this low to give you that rest, that assurance that if price comes below this guy, that for now, this is our resistance. Anything above this guy is buy. Inside of here, we'll be looking to take sell. Okay. Now, if you're in seller's territory, all you're looking for is what? Sell. You're not looking to take buys. With that being said, what do I do? I'll be looking for what? Sells. Now, you see how smooth this price came up here. That means my sell will only occur below here. Unless I have another move that comes up, then I'll be looking to take the sell below this support. But the most recent support is this one. Anything inside of here, anything inside of here is still inside of this support. Until we come above this resistance, this is the main support you must take out before you look for sales. Until we come above, like in this case, this is, if we had come above it, like in this structure shown here, that means this particular support is what I will use in order to take sales coming down. And I've traded some situations like this where I use this support to take sales coming down with my TP on the overall low. First TP shall will be 1:1 or 1 arrow. 1:1 risk to reward. The overall TP will be this low. Then, depending on how the swing is, like this direction I'm seeing, I'll be targeting this low like this. Here, I'll be targeting here. Why? Because see how the market did. The market came down, went up, did something like double top. Look at here versus here. Now it's coming down again. It's coming down again. So this is, so if I take something out here, which is 1 arrow, I leave another one, take something out here at this double bottom, as in where price now that made this low came up, did whatever it did, came to test this low. If it breaks this low, which is this one, I'll be looking for what? I'll be looking for more sales going down to this low here. Okay, don't worry yourself, I'm going to upload this for you so that you can take your time and observe and watch it so that you get the hang of it. Okay, that is explanation on this. I'll go to the next one shortly.